Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, this is a general reading, and yes, I'm going to be using a few decks. I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. And in this general introduction, I will pull a few cards from my Rider Waite deck. Okay? Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest. Okay? I am an intuitive channeler. That means I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message. Any cards that are laid down, if they are reversed, just know that this is a little stronger energy, a stronger meaning. Pay attention to it. Pay attention also to the numbers. Pay attention to the archangels that pop up also, because they don't pop up with every reading, but they can help you get through whatever it is you need to get through. Okay, now, let's see, on the 6th, we do have our new moon, which is in Virgo. I think it's in the evening around 8:50, I think, p.m. Eastern time. So I do have that in that listing under my Virgo reading in my YouTube, so you might want to take a look at that. I want to say we have been having lots and lots of energy spikes. We're having a lot of solar flares. We're having a lot of things that are happening in the world. And a lot of times when this is happening, please know that, my heart, my prayers goes out to everyone that has been affected by a lot of the world events. Also know that when these things are happening, that's kind of acute for us, that we need to keep our vibrations higher, because it feels like in many ways that we're being like pounded down. But I told you back in December, this is all about Saturn in Aquarius. It is about illusion versus reality. And a lot of times reality is not easy to take, but we are seeing things more and more. And again, keep your consciousness high. Keep your consciousness on whoever that is to you. I call my higher power. That could be your guardian angel, your spirit guide, your voice of the universe, your divine, the source, whoever that is for you. So it's kind of like keep your eyes on the sky, keep your eyes in the sky, because we are, it is always darkest before the dawn. But we actually, our energies, we are going through major metamorphoses. Many of you probably have heard, going from a 3D consciousness to a 4D to a 5D. There is so much going on, and we just have to stay positive. We just have to have faith. Okay? Now, because we are the light. I'm sorry, but we are battling the dark. Now, a lot of times the dark's needed for us to enjoy and appreciate the light. But I think we've had enough. So but we still have a lot of energies going on, and let's just take a deep breath. We get through all of this together. Now, let's see what the overall for the weekend is going to be. First card, the Hanged Man. Okay, now the Hanged Man, this is reversed, and this is a 12. So remember ones, and again, remember the numbers. Numbers speak loudly. So ones, new beginnings. Tens are transitional. 1, new beginning. 0 is God, source, universal energy. Then we have our 2. 2s are about choices. 2s are also about coming together, but a lot of times it's about our pathways. We have choices. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? So the world is facing a major choice right now, or the universal energies are facing major choices. Now, you can take the 10 and the 12, you can add them all up. It becomes a 3. 3 in itself has a lot of power. It is the Trinity. There is the power of 3. It is also about being creativity. It's also about the creation. Now, the Hanged Man is looking at things a little bit differently. And again, what I was talking about with, Saturn and Aquarius, and I've been saying that since December of last year, we have to look at things a little differently. It's not necessarily easy, so there could be something that comes up that we just have to not necessarily take at face value. We need to delve in and see what secrets needs to be uncovered. Okay, next card is the Emperor. Now, we have a 4. So 4s is about organization, leadership. It's also stability. The Emperor has a lot, the Emperor is one of the major arcana. So is the Hanged Man. Right now, I'm kind of getting the Emperor in my Angel Tarot decks is Michael. The Emperor. Michael is the protector. He is the defender. He comes in with his, with his sword, the flaming sword of truth, righteousness type of energy. This could also be governmental type of energy. This could also be leadership type of energy. So something could be, something between the Hanged Man and the Emperor. Both of these, again, major arcanas, more global type or universal type of energies going on. Next card, the Lovers. Okay, so now we have a 6. So we have 12, 1, 2, 4, 6. 6 is the number of man. This is the energies we put into whatever it is that we are doing. Something looks like it's going to be affecting the number of man, the man energy. Now the Lovers is a kind of an odd energies. Many people think it's the coming together of a relationship, and it could be that. A lot of people, if they're looking for love and they get the Lovers, they're like, oh my goodness, this is wonderful. The Lovers doesn't always mean that, but it doesn't mean that it's not. But it could, it doesn't always mean coming together on that type of sense. But it could be coming together in an emotional energy, coming together in a positive energy. But the Lovers is also, this would be Archangel Raphael, who is the angel of healing. And healing isn't comfortable. Ask anyone who's gone to physical therapy, as I like to say. Healing can be painful. Healing can hurt. But we need to get it all out in order for us to continue healing. So there is some very emotional energy going on this weekend. It's interesting here that the man is looking at the woman is looking up at the divine, and then the divine is, has hands over both. He has hands over both and kind of looking in the middle. So doesn't really favor one over the other. It's going to be kind of an interesting weekend. I do look for, again, going back to the Hanged Man. I think the Hanged Man in the tarot cards that I use a lot of times, Radley Valentine, I believe that would be Gabriel. Gabriel is the divine messenger. Also transmutes a lot of energy, negative energy into love. So, all of these cards, they do have very, very strong energy. They are more global. They are more universal. They're not the day-to-day, such as the minor arcana. So there's something happening. We've all been feeling it. We've all been feeling major shifts going on. So again, all of these cards have very strong, hopeful type of energy. Now, the interesting thing is, if you look on these cards, if ever you want to ask a yes or no card, so here we have a no, here we have a yes. A yes or no kind of question. Here we have a no, here we have a yes. But the Lovers tells us it could be either yes or no. So it's just, how are we going to deal with it? How are we going to take this as a collective, as together? But you're here, you are here with me. We are together because I believe we have been chosen to keep our vibrations elevated. More is still to come, but we can do this together. The other thing is to know that even though the world and the universe and the global energies may feel very, very strong and may try to overwhelm us, like I've been starting to say, no matter what the world throws at us, we still have to live in the day-to-day. We still have to live in the present, okay? And having said that, now, one more thing. Please like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications. You help keep my channel on air. But having said all of that now, let's start our readings. Hello, my Capricorns. How are you? Well, let's see what we have for the weekend. Lots of things on the universal side. And now let's see what we do day to day. Okay, one more time with this. Oh, okay, sure. Okay, letting go of something. Letting go of something. You need, it's a moving on type of energy, and it's definitely letting go. It's not necessarily an easy time, but it's something that has to happen in order for you to grow, in order for you to even ascend, and for you to, there's a lot of grabbing on to this earth energy, and part of it is you have to kind of transition yourself to be more of that, I don't know, more of that spiritual energy, more of that higher, that higher power type of energy. Okay. Anyway, let's see what we have here. And first card, this is reversed. The King of Water. Now, the King of Water, right away, okay, I'm kind of feeling like this could be a very strong emotional release for you. It's kind of a lot of times, you keep going, you keep going, you keep holding on, you keep holding on. And it doesn't mean that things are bad. But just, when you've been working for something, and then all of a sudden you finally either get it or you hear news of it. And there's just this really strong emotional release. So this is what I'm saying is, yeah, this could be a very emotional weekend for you. You might even say, why do I feel so emotional when I heard good news? It's just that you've been pushing yourself. You've been holding on, and now you can breathe again. Now you can kind of like things start to make sense. And, it's kind of like being what I call a delayed reactor. So when something is happening, you keep your cool, you keep your calm, and everybody else is running around with their, like chickens with their heads cut off type of energy. And then afterwards, everything settles down, things get into a better place, and all of a sudden you feel the emotional release, and, and just, you're kind of like, how do I deal with this? And then other people are saying, well, why are you emotional right now? It's because you've been holding on so long that now you can let some of that steam, the tea kettle, you can let the steam, get out, okay? Anyway, the King, underlying energy, is our air energy. It's our sword energy. It is our Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, lots of energy in Libra and Aquarius for this, season. It's very much your thought processes, but the water energy, it's also hearing news, but water is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And in Virgo season, we're going to have Venus going into Scorpio. I think it's pretty soon. Also, too, remember, we've got the new moon on the 6th. I hope I mentioned that earlier. But we've got the new moon on the 6th. So, there is a heightened emotional energy even with a new moon, okay? So because it's a new season, it's a new start. So this is a lot of this. And then we have the Pisces. When the moon is full in 2 weeks, then that will be in Pisces. So we've got a lot of that emotional energy around. The King of Water has, high emotional quotient, has experienced a lot of things, but even the King of Water needs to release the fears, the tension, all of this stuff that you've been holding on. So this is a time to release. It's, for whoever this is, maybe it's not for all the Capricorns, but for some of the Capricorns, it is definitely okay for you to take care of yourself this weekend, for you to just have a little bit of a cry if that's what's needed. If you feel weepy, don't be alarmed at it. It's just, like I said, you've been a delayed reactor, and it just kind of catches up for you. This is healthy. You need to get those tears out. You need to get that energies, to move. You need to move that forward. Okay. Anyway, the King of Water is trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. The Three of Air. Now, this is that Three of Swords, the ones with the heart and then the swords. But it's not new information. It's old information. It's an old wound. and now it's time to really purge it. It's time to purge it. Will it leave a scar? Will it leave scars? Yes, but it's time to purge it. It's time to get whatever, it feels like it's always trying to hurt you, even though it's older. Now is the time to, to purge it and to start the healing. Now, threes have creativity. It is the Trinity. There is also, there's a lot of power, the power of three type of energy with it too. So, great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. And that's the thing, my Capricorns, you might be like, hey, no, it's already passed. I should have grieved, I should have grieved back then. No, you needed, maybe you were being strong for so many other people. Now's the time for you to let this out. Anyway, next card, the Five of Air. So we have a 3, we have a 5. So 5s have change energy, positive, negative. 5 is also a number of grace. We still have that air energy, which is, again, did I say this? It's Libra. It is Aquarius. We have both of those very active in Virgo season. It's also Gemini. It's thought processes. It's hearing news. It's also, making plans type of thing. It's also strategizing, thinking forward, thinking your future. Now, the Five of Air also has kind of a shiftiness to it. It's kind of like you need to be aware of the people around you, because I feel like there's a little bit of a shiftiness with the Five of Air for you. So part of that could be, maybe you're discovering something about someone that you thought was very, very trustworthy, and all of a sudden you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I misjudged. I'm not quite sure, but the Five of Air, does have a little bit of a shiftiness to it. It has a little bit of that sneaky snake energy around it. So just be aware of the people around you. I'm not trying to make you paranoid or thinking, is that the one? No. I mean, trust your gut with this, because actually your gut told you when you first met the person. But you always, you did give them the benefit of the doubt, but you watched them. Anyway. An unwise choice, learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. So it does feel like it might be a highly emotional weekend for you. But the thing is, once you get this out, it's like the after a spring rain. Okay, it's like things are all cleared out for you. So it feels good. It does feel good. You needed to get all the emotions. You needed to purge. Your emotions. Okay. So it's very healthy is what I'm trying to say. Just get through it. Feel your feelings and know that you're very important with these feelings. Okay. Last card here. The King of Gabriel. Now, the King, same underlying energy, swords, air energy. Gabriel is our fire energy, Sagittarius. Gabriel is also Aries, and it's also Leo, passionate, burning, very, very determined, okay? It's very consuming energy. Now, the thing is, while you're feeling what you're feeling, you have to remember that this too shall pass. This too moves forward. You needed to purge this. You needed to get rid of this in order for you to rebalance yourself, in order for you to see what it is you need to get done. Okay, there's a lot of, like when I'm doing Reiki and I'm working with the chakras, there's a lot of balancing being done this weekend. There's a lot of harmonizing being done with those chakras. So this is what, so while you're experiencing, you still have to keep your eyes forward, because all of this is doing is taking out the garbage and making room for the new, making room for the positive, okay? So, the King of Gabriel is generous, inspirational, dramatic, driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others, experience that leads to success, genuine concern for others. So yeah, once you get past all of this, it's like, this is like, you're going to feel like you're 10 pounds lighter, at least emotionally. Here we go. Let's go ahead and see what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Capricorns. Oh, card it just flew. It is reversed. Here we go. Citrine. I love citrine. Citrine is so cleansing and so clearing. Anyway, citrine is about wealth, enhanced career prospects, self-esteem, also manifestation. Okay? Anyway, my Capricorns, feel, you don't like necessarily to feel such deep emotions, but my Capricorns, you don't like to express deep emotions, but you feel so deeply. So let this happen. Let this happen. Know it. Take a little time to yourself. Do some healing. Do some things that, make you feel a little lighter. And that will help too, because after that's done, my Capricorns, you get on your big kids' clothes and you just go to town. Anyway, remember my button, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications because you help me. Now, and remember, this is most important. No matter what this world tries to throw at us, my Capricorns, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.